I want you to get mad.
I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do.
So for the throwback day of May 2017, I'm giving you guys a film that I was so upset that it took me this long to actually see. I have heard so many incredible things about this film, and now in the state that our country is in terms of the media, I feel that this movie really was the Nostradamus, and that, of course, is the 1976 breakthrough classic film Network. This is the story of a news anchor who has officially gone crazy because of the fact that he is getting fired. He goes on his regular news broadcast and announces to the world that he is going to blow his brains out on the air in front of millions and millions of people watching his show. And through that, the network executives get a little bit scared and they just want to pull him off the air. But there is one person in the news network that feels that this is something that is going to be the biggest and most successful entertaining program in television history, and she officially brings him onto the air to let him do his thing, and people get consumed, people ask questions, people get terrified, and it is just one of the most unique and original films that I have ever seen. And this is a movie that if you haven't seen, you should, and I feel that this is a movie that said so much way ahead of its time. This was basically the whole thing that evolved into the way that we look at news today, fake news, alternative facts, extreme left, extreme right, purposes of the networks to make money and not care about the message that they're giving to the people. This movie encompasses all of that at a time when no one thought that television and media was going to turn into something like this. The cast drives this movie. Faye Dunaway got her Oscar deservingly. Peter Finch got his posthumous Oscar because unfortunately he passed away right before the Oscars. Well deserved, and everyone else in that cast, it plays their roles so well, and the plot itself is just so different and so innovative. This is a movie that needs to be shown in film classes. If you've never heard of this film, you probably will know exactly what the most iconic moment of this movie is, which is when you hear Peter Finch's character get up and say, "I am as mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore." But when you actually see the actual scene in the film shape and see what it really does, it is amazing how the average person in America, or maybe even in the world for that matter, just follows the television like a bunch of lemmings. And to a certain extent, it's mind-blowing, but to a certain extent, it is terrifying to believe that this is what people believe is, in fact, the truth. Subliminal messages and so many unbelievably far-fetched ideas are thrown at you in this movie, and it was so weird and far-fetched for 1976, but when you turn on the TV in 2017 and you watch what happens on all of these news channels, this movie predicted the future. And that's not necessarily a great thing, everybody. This is a terrifying time that we are living in, regardless of who you are, who you follow, and what you believe. You have to think for yourself, and that's what I feel the true message of Network really is. Granted, it is important to have information, but sometimes when you are absorbing so much information from so many different opinionated voices, the real question is supposed to be, what is the truth at the end of the day? Are they telling the truth, or are you the one who believes that the truth can be found through your own personal means? If you haven't seen this classic film, this is a must, everybody. It is powerful, it is gripping, it is entertaining, and it is a movie that you will definitely want to talk about amongst your peers. This is a movie that I'm so glad that I've seen. It took me too long, so I'm kind of upset with myself about that, but I am going to watch this movie so many times in the future. I am adding this movie to my DVD collection. I must. Network gets a solid 4 stars out of 4 from me, everybody. So that's it, everybody. Put your comments in the box below and let's discuss Network, especially if you have seen it. And I'm looking forward to the next Throwback Day. I'll see you then. Hey, thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. If you're new here and want to see more of what my channel has to offer, please click on the link to my last video, or hit that subscribe button to be kept up to date with all of my uploads. Content of all sorts is posted here quite often, so trust me, you do not want to fall behind. I will see you in the comments, and actions speak louder than words.